We're live.
You ready? Let's go. Never lose. My team never lose. Never lose. My team never lose. And all we do is win. 50 on the scale from 1 to 10. Never lose. My team never lose. Never lose. My team never lose. And all we do is win. Think you better than us, you better think again. I try to tell you we phenomenal. Teamwork make the dream work, overcoming any obstacle. Lockdown, deep, offense, unstoppable. Watch the tape on your team to see what not to do. Agony of defeat, my mascot mocking you. Try across the line, airtime shots blocking you. No flag, you can't blame it on the referee. Total dominance, prominence is our specialty. First round draft pick, all-star pedigree. In the conversation, I'm the greatest there will ever be. Us, you'll never be. This gon' be the anthem. Won't stop till we sing it. We are the champions. Never lose. My team never lose. Never lose. My team never lose. And all we do is win. 50 on the scale from 1 to 10. Never lose. My team never lose. Never lose. My team never lose. And all we do is win. Think you better than us, you better think again. My team never lose, your team never win. Displaying excellence, that's what I represent. We working hard just to make it look effortless. Put me in my hot spot, bet I never miss. This for the dynasty, y'all in the minor leagues. Team full of icons, we who y'all trying to be. Who left the lights on, who let the dogs out. My job's being the man I never called out. You should have called in, about to get called out. And if they talking, we who they talk about. Them boys ballin', ready to ball out. Our team all in, we going all out. We going all out. Never lose, my team never lose. Never lose, my team never lose. And all we do is win. 50 on the scale from 1 to 10. Never lose, my team never lose. Never lose, my team never lose. And all we do is win. Think you better than us, you better think again. They hollering. They in the back hollering. I see him over there hollering. Way over there hollering. Oh, better than yours. Yeah, my team better than yours. All we do is win. Think you better than us, you better think again. Better than yours, yeah. My team better than yours. Come on.
No. Never lose. Let that crowd play. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let's give it up. Give it up. Let's give it up. That's the anthem. That's the anthem. We'll never lose. You understand? As long as we're in the spirit, we're doing obeying Yahweh and going out and doing and following his orders. Hey, I want to say Salak here, brothers and sisters. We coming on a little late. We had a little technical difficulties. Couldn't get no sound for a good minute. Then the picture was messed up. And if y'all saw the class last week, Cap Shapar don't like to look like a black dot on the screen. That look like a black dot. Yeah, just a bobbing on the. Them old commercials. You know what I'm talking about? Them old commercials with the little dot bounces on the word. And you supposed to say the word, whatever. That's exactly what last week class looked like. It was a good class, but it was the dot. So I had to take it off that computer, put it back on the phone, man. Listen, I love being dark skinned too, so don't even let that be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we got a class for you. You know that old evil, idolatrous holiday is about to come up. What am I talking about? Valentine's Day. What am I talking about? Valentine's Day. Where you worship that's the day where you idolize your woman And all of y'all idolize worshiping the white man. All of them. You idolize your woman on that day because why? God didn't tell you to celebrate that holiday. So it is it's idolatrous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if that woman she like the way you give her candy and flowers and all that. You supposed to stand firm, brother.
Right.
You understand? And if she's any type of woman, she be with you. You get her candy and flowers any time of the year.
Right.
Except that one.
Right.
Or another one of our oppressors' holidays that I'm not thinking about right now.
Right.
Any time of the year. You can take her out to eat any time of the year. What's your excuse, man? You can buy her flowers any time of the year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, that Valentine's Day, that is a wicked, wicked holiday. We're going to go on that, and then we're going to back it up with ATHALIA, whatever how you pronounce her name in the Bible. You know, for 7 years, was it 6 or 7?
7, sir.
7 years, she ruled this nation. She was over top of this nation by what do you call that? The type of the overthrow the empire, overthrow this. She set up a what do you call it? Covert? Not a covert. I can't think of the name of it. But she came against with means of enslaving this nation through the gods of the other nation. We don't get into that, man. Ooh, that's a good breakdown. Matter of fact, that's a good one. Because you understand, this was a sister. ATHALIA, whatever, it was a sister. Remember, her mother Jezebel was a Hamite. She really pushed by killing our priests and getting in a positioning herself where she could carry on Satan's agenda.
Right.
You understand, by being over top of the nation. But then she had a daughter. Of course, you know, the Lord through Elisha. I think last week we talked about Elisha going up there, the 42, the boys that the bears slew.
Right.
You understand? When he was going to make war with those idols that
Right.
was in Jeroboam set up. Now you're going to have another woman that after the northern kingdom with Jezebel ruling, she came down in Judah, married a brother, and then started the whole process all over. Wiggled her way to the top. Let's get into it.
Come.
Understand? Let's start off with give me 1 second. 2 Corinthians 1 and 13.
Come.
Her name means ATHALIA. It means afflicted. Afflicted. She reigned between it was 6 years, 841 and 835 BC. You understand? And of course, you know what the slaying of the kids that become a theme in the Bible. You know why? Why is that? Why is it important? Remember during the time we was coming out of Pharaoh was trying to kill the kids.
Right.
Then you got wicked Herod was trying to slay our kids. They were all trying to come up against the oppressor. I mean, trying to come up against our king reigning, or that seed that was the righteous seed, man, that deliverer that's supposed to come up out of us. She's coming up against it too. This woman right here, that's why you gotta look through it spiritually.
Right.
Spiritually, this was Christ's lineage. Remember, David's already on the throne. He's been David, Solomon, all down the lineage. Here's this woman down in Judah. And about, let's read it. Let's read it. Now I'm gonna give it to you all to you.
2 Kings 11 chapter 11 verse 13, sir.
Uh-huh.
Khan.
This is 11 and, okay, go ahead. No, 1 and 13. 2 Corinthians.
Oh, 2 Corinthians. Oh, 2 Corinthians 1 and
2
13.
Corinthians 1 and 13. We'll start off right here.
Khan.
So when you look down in Matthew, the first chapter, of course, it lists all the forefathers before Christ. Abraham, starting from Abraham all the way down. You'll see these brothers, this brother in the lineage that we're going to go over today, later on in the class. Well, read this.
Khan. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 13. For we write none other things unto you than what ye read or acknowledge. And I trust ye shall acknowledge even to the end.
You understand that? This is important. This is Paul writing and saying the things that we've written down. This ye read it again.
For we write none other things unto you than what ye read or acknowledge. And
you understand? Meaning we was all in agreement about the things that these brothers laid down. These brothers laid down the truth, man. That's why he's saying that. Read on.
And I trust ye shall acknowledge even to the end.
Even to the end. You're supposed to be acknowledging the things or being a witness to what the Bible says. At one time we was in agreement. Now here's the end coming. Why aren't you in agreement anymore?
Right.
Did somebody seduce you from the things that you acknowledged before? Read on.
Verse 14.
Oh no, that's it. Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
As also ye have acknowledged us in part, that we are your rejoicing, even as ye also are ours in the day of our Lord Jesus.
You understand? Man, that'll be heavy. Meaning if you hold on to this truth, man, until the end, we're gonna rejoice, man, about the work that was put in to raise brothers and sisters up, going into all these, having all these camps out here. Although it feels burdensome at times, those staying up late in the councils and going out different cities and sacrificing your time, the high holy days. Look at the fruit you bringing forth, man, before the Lord. Only a wicked man to just look at the things he's sacrificing, not look at who he's doing it for. You understand? And what he's done for you.
Right.
You understand? Give me Matthew 22:29. We blazed it through now. We done lost a little time, but it's all right. Things happen. We still on the course. You got it?
Matthew 20. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 29. Put on the screen. Jesus answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor
this
the
power. Hold on. Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures. That's Christians. That's Christians. That's Muslims. Remember, it said that the verse before that, we acknowledge these things at one time. How did we err from these things? The scriptures say you were swept away into these different doctrines. Now you're a Muslim. Now you're a Christian. Now you are a Jehovah's Witness. Now you something Egyptologist. But that ain't aligned with what we supposed to be doing in the Bible.
Right.
We have an agenda to take care of. Our King set us on a mission to raise up this nation, man. Right. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. That tooth and nail. Go ahead, read on.
Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the
Ooh,
power,
go ahead.
nor the
No
power of
power.
God.
No, read that again.
Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God.
Keep going. You
Kalakan.
don't under. Here's another thing. I look at. Remember, Paul said. I look at these Israelites that used to be in the UPK. Paul said, "How soon it is that you have left the truth?" He was amazed. Paul was like, damn it took you you came in the truth, and it was barely no time for you before you left out the truth. It was like an amazing thing before him, that scripture was where he said, how soon it is, I gotta pull it. But
Okay.
that's brothers and sisters, man. A lot of brothers and sisters that's in these other camps supposed to be in here raising the truth up. But how soon have they been taken by another philosophy, another wicked man whose intentions are not like the intentions of the righteous, the ones that obey, the ones
Okay.
that do. Can you imagine uh, 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 you were given something to follow, and in your taking care of this baby and raising this baby right, you got other people that have left and want the baby to be raised a certain way. You following what was laid down before you, and that's the right way, man.
Right.
That's the right path. You understand? We shouldn't be trying to start up no other group trying to act like we got the truth. You got brothers and sisters. You mess with. They don't belong to you, man. They don't belong to you. You messing brothers and sisters up. And now you got brothers out here wearing the scary curl. Got the S curl in their head, walking around. I ain't said read that in the Bible. You read that in the Bible? I
Wow.
thought we wore braids, what you call locks. A true lock is the braids. You
Right.
lock your hair and you unlock your hair. That's a lock, not
Okay.
what our brothers in Jamaica and the West Indian Islands is wearing. Those are not locks. You understand?
Okay.
So we had our own little style, man. Why we gonna get that up? Why we gonna get that up to try to join, or because we don't feel right? Because you ain't never had no authority, or you don't feel right being underneath a man's guidance. You got a lot of men like that too. You understand? Go ahead.
I got the scripture you was quoting, sir. Galatians 1 and 6.
Go ahead. What is that?
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another
Listen to
gospel.
that. Yeah, Paul said, I marvel. It's amazing that you don't look at this truth as being something special. You know what these brothers were laying down was the truth, because why? You didn't stole from it. But now you didn't left. Like your brotherhood was that weak. Like your honor and dignity was that weak. Like you wanted to be something so special that you done left the men and you claim you got the truth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go ahead. Where we at?
Matthew 22 and verse 30 now, sir.
Go ahead.
For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage.
Okay, that's going to something else right
Okay.
there. I want to get my I want to get that we did 22 and 29.
Come. We did do Matthew 22 and 29. You want to go back to it, sir?
Yeah, go back and read it again. I'm thinking.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 29. Jesus answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the
That's right.
power of God.
Nor the power of God. The power of God, man. They think God is weak, or they don't fear the Lord. where they do something and they do something against God and act like it's nothing, like the Lord ain't gonna come and see you for that.
Right.
You understand? Give me Second Chronicles 21:1. Let's go into it.
Okay.
Y'all know we ain't got no queens in our nation. Stop telling these black women they queens. That's the other nation. How many queens did Solomon have? It says 700 wives and 300 concubines. I'm thinking. What was it? Yeah. Did it say 700 queens and 300 divas? Did it say that? How many queens did David have when he was on the throne? Did it say Queen Bathsheba? No, it didn't say that. Only way you might read about a queen is Esther, and she was amongst the heathens.
Right.
When they talk about Queen Esther, she was amongst them heathens. You understand?
Right.
But we don't have queens in our nations, man.
Right.
You understand? We have wives, and there's a real good reason for that. When you raise this woman up to be a queen, she can't see your plight. She don't understand the things you go through anymore. She's too far up on the pedestal. You think she's gonna look down and have compassion on you, queen? Sit back and say, look, my black king, I should, but nah, she's gonna want everything for herself because she's greedy. She's greedy and full of lust. And you co-signed her lust. That's why this Valentine's Day, a lot of couples gonna be breaking up, man. A lot of couples gonna break up because that queen didn't get what the hell she wanted for Valentine's Day. You gonna push up in that lust, you gonna have to pay for that lust too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Best for you to follow the Lord, man. You understand? Go ahead, read what I'm telling. What we got.
Okay. This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 1. Now Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. And Jehoram, his son, reigned in his stead.
There's Jehoram. I gotta see it, but let me. I got no glasses, but go ahead. So now he's up as king. What happened was Ahab and Jezebel made a pact with these wicked kings. Remember, there was a lot of them was wicked. That Athaliah would marry the king that was on that now sat on the throne. Read on.
Come, verse 2. And he had brethren, the sons of Jehoshaphat, Azariah and Jahiel and Zechariah and Azariah and Michael and Shephatiel.
Okay.
All these were the sons of Jehoshaphat, king of Israel.
So there, the king had a nice big family of boys. One boy died, the next one is up step up. He's the next one in line for the throne.
Right.
You understand? He died, or whatever. Read on.
Verse 3. And their father gave them great gifts of silver and of gold and of precious things.
This is what I need to have you understand, brothers and sisters. You can give your kids what the hell you want to give them. Silver, gold. I mean, make them smile because the things that are physical on this earth might, make their eyes shine. But if you don't teach them the laws of the Father, then what good is all that?
Right.
You teach them the laws of the Lord, man. That's what's going to keep them safe. That's what David did. Read on.
And of precious things, with fenced cities in Judah, but the kingdom gave he to Jehoram, because he was the firstborn.
This was the recipient of the rights to the firstborn. He was Jehoram.
Jehoram.
Read on. Is that? Let me know when we get to 6.
Kawakam, verse 4. Now when Jehoram was risen up to the kingdom of his father, he strengthened himself and slew all his brethren with the sword. And
he did what?
And slew all his brethren with the sword.
Very important. Read on.
And divers also of the princes of Israel. Verse 5. Jehoram was 32 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem.
So this brother right here killed his own brothers. I said he slew his own brothers, right? Let me see where you at.
I'm in verse 5. It was in verse 4 when it said,
read that. Read verse 4 again.
Okay. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21, verse 4. Now when Jehoram was risen up to the kingdom of his father, he strengthened himself and slew all his brethren with the sword. And
so he would be the only one to get any kind of inheritance or whatever from the lineage. Go ahead.
And divers also of the princes of Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Jehoram was 32 years old when he began to reign.
His brother was 32.
And he reigned for 8 years in Jerusalem.
Okay. Keep going.
Verse 6, sir.
Yep.
And he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, like as did the house of Ahab.
Ahaz was that wicked brother that married Jezebel, if y'all recall. He walked in. Now the way Jezebel and them died, the dogs and all, by the hands of Jehu, you would think somebody would want to turn from those wicked ways.
Right.
But the stuff they were doing in the northern kingdom came right down in the southern kingdom.
Right.
You understand? What the sister we're gonna read about. Read. Is that it?
A little bit more, sir. For he had the daughter of Ahab to wife, and he wrought that which was evil in the eyes of the Lord.
This is what you got to understand. He took that evil ass woman, and he was already evil. But getting with that evil woman, he multiplied his evil, man. That's what he did. Killed his brothers, all that. Oh, it's gonna get real good in a minute. But that's how. Listen, think about the decay our nation has fallen into. Think of how much evil is going on amongst the common folk. Right. This is happening in the seat of power over our nation.
Right.
It was bad, brother. It looked like it looked like it was a day. Like there ain't no way we're gonna get out of this. How we gonna get out of this? Right. You know what I mean? You know what's coming next. No, you're gonna be removed out of that land. You understand? It got bad up in the northern kingdom after Jezebel and all of them, man, and our folk worshiping those damn idols that the Lord just said, away. This, we're gonna just wipe them away. You understand? Go to read on.
Come on. Verse 7, sir?
Yeah.
Come on. Verse 7.
Skip down to 11. Skip down to 11. Let's go to 11.
Come on. Verse 11. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 22 and verse 11.
21.
Oh, Slakia, the water, sir. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 11. Moreover, he made high places in the mountains of Judah and caused
he made high places to these idols. Baal. Now, y'all know Baal was always at war with us. I mean, we was always at war worshiping the Canaanites' God,
right?
The Egyptians' gods, and all those that were surrounded. They didn't they didn't took ground, came into our nation, got into the minds of the men in charge in our nation, and he started, instead of the Lord, turning our people to worship Baal. Feel that. Go ahead.
And caused the inhabitants of Jerusalem to commit fornication, and compelled Judah thereto.
You see that? Caused us to commit fornication. How was that? How did you commit fornication? Somebody. How did he cause you to commit fornication? It says what is fornication?
Khan, sir, is unlawful sex.
Unlawful sex. Anything that's against God's law, if you having sex outside of God's laws, it's fornication. Pretty much a man and a woman, and coming together, that's, they create a marriage, and and then they're supposed to sustain that by keep coming together. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be done. But all these other things that we brothers and sisters have fell into, give me some fornications. Having sex with animals,
right.
2 women having sex, all threesomes,
right.
All that garbage is fornication.
Right.
You understand? Give me some more. You think of any more?
Khan, sex with the other nations, women.
You damn right. Which was exactly what happened with Jezebel. Jezebel was an African. Ahab was a brother. He married that African, and that African brought their ways into our kingdom.
Right.
By a weak brother. Now you're gonna read a sister. Now here's another thing. Now you're gonna meet a sister. Now this is a sister, Ahab's daughter. Of course, y'all know that. She is and she's not even supposed to be in the temple. She ain't supposed to be nowhere in our temple, because the law is she gonna have it gotta go what? How many generations? I'm thinking it's 8, 9, 10 generations. Could be. Bible Bashar, I'm gonna check it out. I keep forgetting. You got something? But anyway, she ain't supposed to be here anyway. She's taking the wisdom and understanding of her mother, because her father's weak. You understand? And plus, her mother raised her to worship them idols. Y'all got to see this, man. When that mother bringing you up in that Christian church, when she dragging her children in that Christian church, it is the exact same thing as what Jezebel did to ATHALIA. Oh, I don't know. Same thing. They worshiping Baal. Baal was a weather god. They worshiping. Remember when they said when the Lord didn't allow it to rain? Remember what's this scripture? I ain't gonna be able to pull that one. But there's 3.5 years the Lord had a drought in our land during the time of what's the brother's name? Elijah. Remember that? And then of course after he defeated those idols, it started to rain. Meaning the Lord was showing you, I'm the God that controls the weather, not this damn Baal. You want your crops to grow, you sit up there looking at some goddamn idol, like that idol can help you with your kids. During Easter, they gonna worship that idol. They had them be the fertility god. You know what I mean? Or with your crops or some animals, something that make you rich. The crops get plentiful. You understand? All that. Read on.
Khan, this is the book.
Oh, did you find it?
I was looking for it, sir. I couldn't find it yet.
I'll look it up. Let me see.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And there came a writing to him from Elijah the prophet, saying, Thus saith the Lord God of David thy father, because thou hast not walked in the ways of Jehoshaphat thy father, nor in the ways of Asa, king of Judah. Verse 13. But has walked in the way of the kings of Israel, and has made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to go a whoring, like to the whoredoms of the house of Ahab, and also has slain thy brethren of thy father's house, which were better than thyself.
You see that? Your brothers was better than you. And you killed them because you was a wicked bastard, and you listening to this goddamn woman, thinking that you want everything to yourself. Meaning this brother didn't want to share with his brothers. You understand? He got a family. I want to be the sinner. That's the spirit on these brothers that came and went out to school and raised up some old false school. Said, I want to be the center of attention. I want the glory to come to me. You know, I want to be here. And it's really right in the line of what this woman wants. Because you want to see what's going to happen, what she going to do, and then how she going to gain power. All this is done through Satan's manipulation.
Right.
Read on.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 14. Behold, with a great plague will the Lord smite thy people, and thy children, and thy wives.
See that? And thy wives, keep going.
And all thy goods.
Uh-huh.
Verse 15. And thou shalt have great sickness by disease of thy bowels.
You see that? This brother went out horribly. Read on. Is that the end of that?
A little bit more, sir. Until thy bowels fall out by reason of the sickness day by day.
You see that? And then the brother died like this. He died in a horrible way, man. Did it say, is that it? Okay, I think it might say it in the next verse. You understand? Keep on reading.
Verse 16. Moreover, the Lord stirred up against Jehoram the spirit of the Philistines and of the Arabians that were near the Ethiopians.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. And they
Those are the people that was always valiant for our land, man. They was somewhere in the right at hand, waiting to overthrow this land, because you look at it. I'm gonna give you the lowdown, man. We was the last nation to be raised up, even though we was the one in the beginning,
right,
coming from Adam. We was the last nation. So them Africans was already living and prospering, or living in the land and the lands that they were not supposed to live in.
right.
They were in Ham, but they always all in the Middle East as well. I mean, in the Middle East as well.
Right.
And all. Okay. The Lord had already laid down the promise to Adam. Before them Hamites on this side of the flood, before Ham assumed in that land. So now we're going to take the land when we become a nation because it's our land.
Right.
But them Hamites looked at it as if it was theirs because they were on it. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what Canaan. That's a whole nother breakdown right there. But Canaan, who suffered that curse, was the one that was, was on the land, prospering, on that land and all. And then the Lord said, go into that land, the Lord through Joshua, and take all of them out of that land.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we killed a lot of them. A lot of them the Lord killed.
Right.
Go ahead, read on. Where we at?
Okay. We had 2 Chronicles chapter 21 and verse 17.
So I'm just giving you the backdrop on Jezebel. I should have started with Jehu. Jehu did a lot of killing, and Jehu killed Jezebel's son because they were going back to Bethel. I think it was Bethel. He came down to Judah, and on his way back, Jehu, he had escaped. One of the boys that Jehu found, he slew him, and the other boy was in the way, and he got it too. You understand? So, go ahead, read on.
Okay.
So she pissed off at that. That's partly the reason why she driving so hard. Read on.
This book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 17. And they came up into Judah and brake into it and carried away all the substance that was found in the king's house.
There you go. Why was they allowed to do this? Because the Lord allowed that after we started worshiping them idols. We worshiping the idols, the nation gone awry. You know what I mean? Those other nations was waiting for the opportunity to come into that land and secure it. Y'all know about what them Ethiopians, that letter them Ethiopians read, sent to the king of Babylon. Was it Babylon or was it the Persian? When they wrote that letter talking about how we plan on building our own nation and saying all kinds of things so that the king wouldn't allow us to come back into our nation and build. There's some slick sticking heathens, boy.
Word.
All right, go ahead. Let's go on. Read on.
This book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 21 and verse 17. And they came up into Judah and brake into it, and carried away all the substance that was found in the king's house, and his sons also, and his wives, so that there was never a son left him, save Jehoahaz, the youngest of his sons.
Okay, so Jehoahaz is the same person as Ahaziah. It says Jehoahaz right here, but that's the same. That's Ahaziah. Read on.
Okay. And after all this, the Lord smote him in his bowels with an incurable disease. Verse 19. And it came to pass that in the process of time, after the end of 2 years, his bowels fell out by reason of his sickness. So he died of sore diseases.
So that's what this brother died. That's a horrible death right there, boy. You know what I mean? Your bowels start to run, and you can't hold nothing. I don't know if you wouldn't be able to hold nothing down. You get sick. You know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna go 2 Chronicles 22 and 1.
Okay.
2 Chronicles 22 and 1. We're gonna read down to 6.
Okay. 2 Chronicles 22 and
The
verse.
method to my madness, y'all. Just hold on. I want to get a little backdrop to kind of speed everybody up.
Right.
To what's going on. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles 22 and verse 1. And the inhabitants of Jerusalem made Ahaziah, his youngest son, king in his stead. For the band of men that came with the Arabians to the camp has slain all the eldest. So Ahaziah.
Now, who is Ahaziah? Go ahead, read us some more.
So Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, reigned. Verse 2. 42 years old was Ahaziah when he began to reign. And he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was ATHALIA.
There you go. That's what I want.
Omri.
That's what I want. That's what I want right there. Read that last part, right?
His mother's name also.
He reigned how many years in Judah?
And he reigned 40 and 2 years old was Isaiah when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem.
So now he reigned 1 year. Read.
His mother's name also was Athaliah.
Athaliah
Athaliah,
what?
Athaliah, the daughter of Omri.
Omri, this is the daughter of Omri, but Omri was the father of Ahaz. Omri was the father of Ahaz. So it's like she's the granddaughter, really. But she's from that lineage.
Come.
You know what I mean? So now, her son is beginning to reign, right? This wicked queen went and married her son. I mean, this woman, this sister went and married her son. Remember, she was married to that brother before.
Right.
Because that was a promise that Ahab and what's his name? The brother that had died. I can't even the names of them. Earlier had made. They had made a pact. So she married his this what's his name, and he died. And then the son became king. And the son ruled for a year, and she married his son. Read on. Let's get some more. Let's see if it tells you right here.
Okay. Verse 3. He also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, for his mother was his counselor to do so wickedly.
That's the problem right there. Bingo. Her mother was his counselor. She was guiding him. He only ruled for 1 year. She was guiding him, and then something happened. Let's move on and see.
Come. Verse 4. Wherefore he did evil in the sight of the Lord, like the house of Ahab.
What you 2 Chronicles 21?
22.
22 or verse 4?
Come.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wherefore he did evil in the sight of the Lord, like the house of Ahab, for they were his counselors after the death of his father to his destruction.
That's what the Lord saying. Their counsel they gave them destroyed that brother. You understand? Well, he wasn't going. Look, his father was wicked as hell. His mother was wicked as hell. Read on. Let me see if it says right here. She married him.
Verse 5.
Keep on.
He walked also after their counsel, and went with Jehoram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, to war against Hazael, king of Assyria, at Ramoth Gilead, and the Syrians smote Joram.
So now he went to war. The wicked king went to war and got hurt. He got hurt in the war. And what else? Read on.
Verse 6. And he returned to be healed in Jezreel, because of the wounds which were given him at Ramah, when he fought with Hazael, king of Assyria. And Azariah, the king of Jehoram, king of Judah, went down to see Jehoram, the son of Ahab, at Jezreel, because he was sick. Verse 7.
Keep going.
And the destruction of Ahaziah was of God by coming to Joram.
This is what I was talking about. He was going, okay. Read that last part again. He was going.
And the destruction of Ahaziah was of God by coming to Joram.
I can't. My thinking. My thought is all. What verse you at?
Verse 7, sir.
Verse 7. Okay, keep going. Was of God, meaning God was bringing this destruction on Ahaziah, I'm sorry, because through Jehu. Read.
For when he was come, he went out with Jehoram against Jehu, the son of Nimshi, whom the Lord had appointed to cut off the house of Ahab.
And we know about Jehu, man. Jehu was a madman. He was out there. He was going to get the job done. And then some. He went overboard. Way overboard. But go ahead.
Verse 8. And it came to pass that when Jehu was executing judgment upon the house of Ahab, and found the princes of Judah and the sons of the brethren of Ahaziah that ministered to Ahaziah, he slew them.
He slew both of them. So you see what's happening? He's slowing. Read on. Let's get some more. I hate to stop in the middle of the story, but go ahead.
Verse 9. And he sought Ahaziah, and they caught him, for he was hid in Samaria, and brought him to Jehu. And when they had slain him, they buried him, because they said, he is the son of Jehoshaphat, who sought the Lord with all his heart. So the house of Ahaziah had no power to keep still the kingdom.
Well, keep going. This is the part I want right here.
Verse 10. But when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. She arose and destroyed all the seed royal of the house of Judah.
Now, here you go. You see, her son's dead, and she go to war. She goes out and start to destroy the house. Remember, this is Christ's lineage.
Right.
That she's going to war against. Read on. Remember what the Lord told David. There'll always be of thy seed to sit on the throne, of course.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 11. But Jehoshaphat.
And this is the good part right here. Here's a sister that through all that evil, through Satan coming in this and this coming in and destroying our princesses and all that. Here's a good sister right here. Let's read about this sister.
Kawakan. But Slack
Go ahead.
Kawakan.
So like I know it's a little laborsome on the read. You want me to take some of it?
I got it, sir. I just didn't have it on the screen. I was putting on the screen, sir.
Okay, no sweat.
But Jehoshaphat, the daughter of the king, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons that were slain.
So now this sister, Jehoshaphat, I didn't even look her name up, what it means. The daughter of the king took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons. Ooh, that's what's up.
Right.
This woman right here is the reason why when you look at Christ's lineage, you're going to see this brother listed amongst them because of what this sister did. That was her brother, though. That was her brother. You know.
And put him in his nurse in a bedchamber. Mm-hmm. So Jehoshaphat, the daughter of King Jehoram, the wife of Jehoiada.
She's the daughter of King Jehoram, which was her brother that was her brother. Read on.
The wife of Jehoiada, the priest, for she was the sister of Ahaziah, hid him from Athaliah so that she slew him not.
Most High Christ, that's what's up. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And he was with them hid in the house of God 6 years. And Athaliah reigned.
He was in the temple, I think he was. Go ahead, read on.
And Athaliah reigned over the land.
And so Athaliah reigned over the land. She ruled for those 6 years. But brother, let me tell you something. Them brothers went and found that was adamant about finding that boy and putting him up in that seat. I think he was like six years old. I was like, come on, let's go. It's time for you to reign.
Right.
Because all the evil. You in the evil household, or somewhere evil, it's time. A whole different existence is what you need.
Right.
If you're in that evil household, it's just going to vex you and vex you and vex you until you're able to get out, and then that evil is no more over top of you.
Right.
You'll see when these. I don't know if I should read the rest of this or what, or just talk about it. Let me see how far we want to go down. Let's go to what verse we at?
We at 1 and 20, chapter 23 and verse 1, sir. 2 Chronicles 23 and 1.
23 and 1.
Couple
Did we read go to second? Did we go 22 and 23? We read that already?
Come. 22 and 23. Come.
That may be First Chronicles. Let me see something real quick. Bear with me. I'm all over the place with this one. Let me see. 22.
Oh, we went to 12. Slock, we went to 12, sir. It was only 12 verses.
Yeah, it's only 12 verses. Yeah, it might be. All right. Go to okay, I think we should stop that. Go to 2 Kings 8 and 18.
Come. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 8 and verse 18. And he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, as did the house of Ahab. For the daughter of Ahab was his wife, and he did evil in the sight
of Ahab was his wife. Go ahead.
And he did evil in the sight of the Lord. Verse 19. Yet the Lord would not destroy Judah for David his servant's sake, as he promised him to give him always a light into his children.
That's what I was thinking about. Go ahead.
Verse 20. In his days, Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah and made a king over themselves. Verse 21. So Jerome went over to Zaire and all the chariots with him, and he rose by night and smote the Edomites which compassed him about, and the captains of chariots, and the people fled into their tents.
That's not what I was looking for right there.
Verse 22.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Yet Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah unto this day. Then Libnah revolted at the same time.
I think it's 24. Salakia.
24? Come. 2 Kings 8 and 24?
No. 2 Chronicles 24 and verse 7.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go back to Kings in a minute. I just want to bring this out real quick before I get out of Chronicles. I'm just skipping around, y'all. Y'all know the story. If y'all, I'm not going through the whole story. We didn't get 23, so we're just skipping over, trying to get some of the juicy parts. So this wicked king right here, man, she manipulated. Once she got into that position of marrying the brother of the king, she went and so had that brother got killed. I mean, he died, and then the next brother that rose to the throne, which was her son. She came into the throne. She married her son, so she can keep that position of queen, of being in that, have that authority. That's that spirit right there. That spirit, it wants that authority to be in charge. It wants a man in charge, especially a weak one. But it'll wait until the opportunity presents itself. You understand? You understand? So now, okay, read that.
Okay. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 24 and verse 27. Now concerning his sons and the greatness of the burdens laid upon him and the repairing of the house of God, behold, they are written in the story of the
Where
book.
you at?
2
Chronicles 24 and 7?
Oh, I was at 27, verse 7. Stop.
No. 24.
24 and verse 7. Come on. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 24 and verse 7. For the sons of ATHALIA, that wicked woman, had broken up the house of God, and also all the dedicated things of the house of the Lord did they bestow upon Baalim.
That's what we're in right now. We are in the time where God's judgment, His laws, all those are not in effect. It's a wicked time right here, just like it was going back then. You understand? By Baal worship, which is exactly what we're doing today. We worship fertility God. We're gonna read about Valentine's Day in a minute. We should go there now because I think it's almost time. Well, Valentine's Day, man, I.S.U.P.K and some of the things that they were done, which dated back to a lot of things you can find back to Babylon. Babylon, man. We still doing the practices of ancient Babylon today. With Nimrod and the tree for Christmas, you're doing Valentine's Day, which was dated back then. Right. You know what I mean? So these gods are nothing new. They're gods that have came back into the earth, made so that you would be able to accept them. You would they're not presenting themselves like they did in the past. It's little package to your kids, so your kids accept it, or you think it's some great holiday, or we give gifts and we sing and we have a good time, go to church and all that, when really it's satanic and demons are behind this. You are filling your kids and yourself up with demons of self-pride, arrogance, homosexuality, going out here, being a sexual deviant. You're not teaching laws as what we don't do, what God says not to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, read that.
Okay. This book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 24 and verse 7. For the sons of ATHALIA, that wicked woman, had broken up the house of God, and also all the dedicated things of the house of the Lord did they bestow upon Baalim.
Did we read 2 Kings 11 and 1?
Not yet, sir. I can pull that now.
See that? They done took the things out of the house of God and brought it into these and some old idolatrous some old stat to worship. That had to piss the Lord off. Right. You understand? That there was nobody stopped them from doing it. They said that they did these things. You understand? I know she was in charge, but man, the Lord's house, man, is a house. Like Christ said, this is a house of prayer, man. This is supposed to be respected. Right. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 11, and verse 1. And when Athaliah, the mother of Uzziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal.
Oh, we did read that one, didn't we?
We read this part in 2 Chronicles. We didn't read it in 2 Kings.
Yeah, okay. Read on.
2 Kings chapter 11 and verse 2. But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Hazael, took Joash.
Right, go ahead.
Took Joash, the son of Uzziah, and stole him from among the king's sons which were slain, and they hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from ATHALIA, so that he was not slain.
You see that? So they protected that boy. That boy began, if you go to 2 Chronicles chapter 24, that boy went on the throne at 7 years old. He was 7 years old. They broke down all the temples to Baal. It said, what did it say? He did that was right in the sight of the Lord. He broke down all the temples. Y'all can read it for yourself. I'm trying to hurry it up. I'm trying to get into this Valentine's Day a little bit. But he broke down the temples and everything, went up there and started implementing. He killed the priests of Baal. And you got to do that.
Right.
That's why in Revelations it says that the dragon and her priest or something, and the ones, what did it say in Revelation?
Con.
They're supposed to be slain. You know what I'm talking about? You don't have to get. I mean, that's what you got to do. That's why after when what's it called? What's the brother's name that went against? I forget his name, brother. That went up against the priest of Baal, Elijah. After he proved that the Lord was the power, they had to go and kill them priests, man. You can't let them wicked priests live after they spoke a lie to the people. They were the ones that went to turn the people's mind from following the Lord, which says which it says in the law, if any man come and speak with you another God and looking to turn you away from the Lord, don't listen to him. Your hands should be first upon him to put him to death.
Right.
Then all the people. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but it's in the law. What you got?
Couldn't find it, sir.
It's the one that said, and the priest of Babylon. It said I don't know if it's in Babylon and the priest, or we'll go to it, but it's in the book of Revelations. It talks about the pastors that are teaching the people right now, that are teaching people to worship white Jesus and these holidays and not teaching them the truth. They're going to be put to death, man. Their time is numbered. They don't change their ways. When Christ returns, he's going to put them to death, man. You understand? Go ahead. I think that was it. Was that it on that? So this sister was put to death. I'm a parent, see what it was. I wish you could see what she said. Treason. She told them, when she found out that all the people was cheering for Joash as to be king after they had anointed Joash, she went out to find out what the noise is about and yelled treason. She was yelling at them treason when she's the treason.
Right.
She's the one that brought out that committed treason against our nation, right? You understand? All right, so now, of course, they put her to death. Y'all can read the story. I just want to go through it a little bit. Now let's go to Valentine's Day. Oh boy, oh me, oh my.
Come.
Get Micah 3:10.
Come.
Micah 3:10.
Come. This is the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 10. They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity.
They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. Tell you that God's law is done away with. Telling you to give your love to another nation. Tell you to follow these other gods. Mary never had a man. What else they tell you? The immaculate conception, the Trinity. What else they tell you? What else they say in there in those churches? All nations come together. What else they saying? That God, Jesus died for everybody. That's a lie, and it ain't in the Bible.
Right.
Ain't nobody ever proved that those things was in the Bible. Nobody. All of them things are false. And we go through and we prove it. Read on. Read it again.
Okay. This is the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
They built up Zion with blood.
Who was the day? Who was the they? Did it say a verse above it?
Kawakan. Kawakan. This is the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 9. Hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob.
You hear that? Who's the heads of the house of Jacob? Those are your leaders, your pastors, the ones supposed to be leading you right. God said, hear this. Read on.
And princes of the house of Israel.
The ones that's supposed to be ruling over you. God said to hear this. Read.
That abhor judgment and pervert all equity.
You abhor judgment. You say judgment is a wicked thing. God didn't say do this. God loves everybody. You abhor judgment, man. You's a wicked thing, man. To tell blacks and Hispanics living on the bottom of all nations that God loves everybody. That means God loves them to be on the bottom. If God loves everybody and you just happen to be on the bottom, that means God hates you. You abhor judgment, man. And we ain't figured it out right yet. We are not in our land with our righteous teachers and doing the things we're supposed to be doing as brothers and sisters. You can tell we're in another man's land and hating one another that something's wrong. Killing one another, not knowing who the hell we are, still looking for our identity.
Right.
Still trying to join, what you call that damn thing, the DNA test, and find out where the white man say you from. You know what I mean? And then your Christian preachers are going to tell you about Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween and Valentine's Day and all of that, and not tell you nothing about God's high holy days. They avoid judgment. They hate judgment, man.
Right.
They hate right things, man. Read on.
Okay. Verse 10. They build up Zion with blood.
They build us up with blood, meaning we're going to be the ones that's going to die for all the evil that they pushing to us. God is faithful. God said, keep my commandments and do them. They say God's law is done away with, celebrates Thanksgiving. If God's law is done away with, and you pushing me the white man's laws, like, hey, don't God supersede the white man? You gonna tell me God's high holy days are done away with? Yeah, you pushing to me another man's high holy days. Doesn't that sound kind of fishy or iffy? That don't sound right. You going?
Okay.
So now, by us doing the things that we are not supposed to do because we listening to them, we die.
Right.
They build us up with blood, man. Read.
And Jerusalem with iniquity.
And Jerusalem with a sin. Same thing, blood, because the wages of sin is death.
Right.
So if you teach me to be a sinner, if you teach me to love poor, I always think it should be. It's kind of funny how they came out the gate giving us pork and shrimp and crab and all that. I mean, fresh out the gate.
Right.
You know what I mean? The people that hate us, the people that don't want you in their communities, that don't want you, that have stolen from you, that have worked you 400 years. 400 years without any type of pay. Imagine you go on your job and you working the rest of these couple of years and you don't receive a single paycheck, but you putting the work in. That's insane.
Right.
That's what they done to us. 400 years, man.
Right.
1700s. What did they do? I'll tell you something. Oh, this is a good one. The 1700s, when the slaves were coming around, don't you realize? You realize we didn't have 1,500 insurrections. What does that mean? Slaves rising up. You know, they
Right.
they had to fight. They had to fight. They were looking for a way to keep us down. And you know what they decided on? Bring everybody here so they could be a buffer between us and them.
Right.
That was the what's the law that was? Oh man, in the 1700s that they decided on because the slaves was, you know, we was rebelling against their rules. We weren't taking it like people think we were, and so he came up with that's what at the same time around the time that Willie Lynch came up with those how to control your slave rules, laws, or whatever. That was 1712. Like a ramble, right before then, they went back to England with the trouble that they was having with the slaves. And England gave you the worst, the ones on the bottom, the decrepit, this, that, you know what I mean, to rule over blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're undesirables. That's what happened. Then they started bringing other nations over because they still needed more. You know, they needed help. Oh, I'm telling you, man, is found in history.
Right.
That's what they done. They was never looking to release you and have you be your own, you know, your own master and all that. You know what I mean? And they still require your spirit. Back then, the white men, I mean, they came through teaching you a slave Christianity. All the laws about obeying your master, but none of the other laws. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they taught you that type of doctrine, and now they teach you the same thing. You got to cut your beard off. You want a job, nice little haircut, wear this suit. Got to, you know, get out of the clothes that your people wear, and wear the clothes my people wear. If you want to be a part of the nation, you want to be a part of the system. That's why Christ said, love not the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're going to require your spirit, like they did when they were teaching you the slave Bible. They required your spirit. You understand?
Right.
That was a heavy history. Let's go into a little bit of Valentine's Day. I know we. Oh yeah, look at it. Get it for me. You got it?
Come.
I'm gonna see First John.
First John 5:3.
Yeah, you hold that. I want to read some of this Valentine's Day. It's a pagan festival that our people, you know, we listen to. We follow behind. It got to the point now that, you know, we require on other blacks and Hispanics that they follow this festival. You know what I mean? Read a little bit. Tell them what the title is.
This is from history.com. Origins of Valentine's Day, a pagan festival in February.
Pagan festival in February. February. Let's read a little bit about it.
While some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commemorate the anniversary of Valentine's death or burial, which probably occurred around AD 270, others claim that the Christian church may have decided to place St. Valentine's feast day in the middle of February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of Lupercalia.
That's what they did. It ain't no others believe nothing. That's what they did. That's what your Christian church did. This Roman celebration they were having, Lupercalia, which is heathenistic as they come, whipping women with blood and all that. They done packaged it up with the red. You see the red all over the goddamn place. You see the Cupid, the baby Cupid all over the goddamn place, shooting arrows, and you think it ain't you ain't idol worshiping. Somehow you distance yourself from the bad part of Valentine's Day, but you accept the candy and the flowers and all that. Like it ain't part of that.
Right.
You better put the whole thing down. Now this is a warning.
Right.
Because the Lord is not happy behind this, man. We just read to you about the idols.
Right.
Read on.
Celebrated at the idols of February or February 15th, Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to
fertility festival. You know, white people need all the festivals they get for fertility, but they ain't having hardly any baby. You can't even get a baby out that white thing. Now they looking jealous at you, pushing you abortions, and you kill your kids. Go ahead.
The Roman god of agriculture, as well as the Roman founders of Romulus and Remus.
Romulus and Remus. Romulus is what who founded Rome because what? He had killed his brother.
Right.
And so they were two suckled by a she-wolf.
Right.
Y'all read this. This is crazy, the things that we have fell into thinking that this is God. It's got something to do with the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead.
To begin the festival, members of the Luperci, an order of Roman priests, would gather at a sacred cave where the infants Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were believed to have been cared for by a she-wolf or a lupa.
Okay, so they say. But anyway, they got this little secret society. The priests they always had done things like this, some secret thing that nobody else can know. In other words, they gather together to exchange ideas, and they coming out pushing it to you, the common folk.
Right.
You're not aware of the secret society. Go ahead, read on.
The priest would sacrifice a goat for fertility and a dog.
They sacrifice a goat for fertility. Go ahead.
And a dog for purification.
And they sacrifice a dog for purification. You wonder why the white people love dogs. The reason behind all the things they do.
Right.
They caveman by nature.
Right.
Go ahead.
They would then strip the goat's hide into strips.
They would take the goat's hides after they kill the goat. They take the hide off and cut it into strips. What they would use these strips for? Read it.
Dip them into the sacrificial blood.
Dip into the goat blood, or I don't know, the dog blood for purification? Anyway, they would dip it in the blood and do what with it?
And take to the streets. Gently
go on the streets and do what?
Gently slapping both women and crops, fields with the goat hide.
They would slap. Why would you go into the streets and slap the fields with goat hide? You gonna tell me they didn't buy all worship?
Right.
They want their crops to be fertile and grow, and they want that woman to bear them children. Slap that woman on the behind with that goat, that bloody goat hide. And then what would happen?
Come. Far from being fearful, Roman women welcomed the touch of the hides because
They want that. They might stick their behinds out. They wanted them to be slap that behind, because to them that means that they will be fertile. Go ahead.
because it was believed to make them more fertile in the coming year.
Keep going.
Later in the day, according to legend, all the young women in the city would place their names in a big urn. The city's
So now they would all have a sheet to write their names on and place it in this urn. Go ahead.
The city's bachelors would each choose a name and become paired for the year with his chosen woman.
Uh-oh, black woman. You see that? The white woman, you want to be like the white woman? You can't choose the man. This black woman gonna blow his. You can't choose the man. It's gonna be picked out of this urn. And whoever name you pick, whatever name comes up, black woman, that's gonna be the man you sleep with for the rest of the year. It said for a year.
They'll become paired for the year with his chosen woman. These matches often ended in marriage.
You see that? Woo! What does that tell me? This woman really ain't got that. It really don't matter who she married. I mean, it don't, all this, you putting all this emphasis on certain qualities you want in a man. It really don't matter, because why? It says a woman to have any man.
Right.
Really? Come down to it. You know, if she's barren enough, I mean, she's not barren, but a woman was made for a man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Her whole identity is to be is geared towards marriage and things that, a woman could look great. How can I say it? I can't understand. I can't say it right. Okay, a woman have certain things, since she's a woman, that she can rise to the occasion and look great. Not birthday, weddings. Weddings. She loves a wedding because that's where she can say, I belong to this man. She loves the ceremony, in other words. You understand? Because that's the time for a woman to shine. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like a man could be honored in different positions, all kind of this and that. He can rise to, general or whatever. A woman can't do that. So certain things that she puts her full spirit in, because that's what she's claiming. Because this is I got so many things I could do as far as as far as what this nation requires. You follow what I'm saying?
Come.
You know what I mean? That's why manipulation is one of a woman's greatest, I don't want to say greatest, but it's a tool she uses. Because why? Why does she use that? You tell me this, I think you on a level that, brother, I didn't think you was on. Why does a woman challenge you and use the tools of manipulation or whatever she can? Remember, what the hell the woman just named? ATHALIA. ATHALIA used she finessed her way into it.
Right.
But really, we don't have no queen. Really, she's a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Really, she's a wife. You understand? That's a woman. So now, you being a wife, what you gonna do? Just you want to find a man that's effective, that that you can relax with, then you're gonna have to fin in a different type of way. You're gonna have to fight, not in a physical way, but spiritually.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you understand what I'm saying. I don't think I explained it right. So you might not. I'm gonna get you down with it. So women, they test their men. They test you. They want to know if you be able to handle these babies. If you easy to fly off the goddamn handle. They test you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's her defense on finding a simp or somebody, you know, that don't fit the qualification. A lot of it's physical. Oh, we gotta be this tall, this and that. But after that wears off, he got to be this type of guy. What comes after? He got to know how to, you know, control me, control me when I get off the hook. You can't be no bitch crying, just sit up there crying like he ain't got no goddamn sense. You got to be strong, man. You got to lead. You understand? Yeah. So go ahead. Give me some more.
Khan. That was actually the end of that part of the article, sir. Like the meat part. Huh?
You ain't got a problem with it. Okay, so now this this absolutely. If you want to know whether you should be worshiping, supporting, or being a part of this celebration, absolutely not, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian man. No, we shouldn't.
Right.
If we do join these things, and that's why we got idols all over the goddamn place. We don't know where the damn, and we don't know. First of all, you don't even know what an idol is to understand it. You understand? That's why the so-called oppressor come to you with Catholic priests for any goddamn thing as idols. You know what I mean? Because they know that you're going to set these idols up and worship them. That was it on the whole thing.
Like the meat part.
They didn't talk about the heart at all.
It talks about Cupid. If you want Cupid,
give me Cupid.
Khan.
I want the heart too, if I could. With General Bo just down, man, I can see it. I can see it because of the history. What was the name of that place where they was having all that prostitution sex? Oh. It was I gotta find it. Oh. Jeez. Let's read about Cupid a little bit. Now, you know, the god Eros was a Greek god, which is what you call erotic. It wasn't a god of the love you think of, like you fall in love. There is no, let me tell you what love is. Get it for me in the Bible. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna let God tell you. I'm gonna let God tell blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians what love is. Come on.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Oh, this is love, but this is the love of God. You don't want to love God, you don't want to love the God of the Bible, but God will tell you this Bible means anything to you. If you're looking at the Bible as the word of God, then this is the love of God. Break it down to me.
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep God's commandments. Don't let no goddamn a man that got false intentions towards you, that hates you, tell you that God's commandments done away with. Who's done away with them? Even Christ said, not one jot or one tittle will pass away from the law.
Right.
So what you believe in? That's why we dying. because we believe in it. Read on.
And his commandments are not grievous.
They're not hard to do. You know, oh man, it's so hard. I can't do this, man. Ugh. I just can't stop sticking my thing in prostitutes. That ain't hard. You something wrong. You got demons on you, brother.
Right.
Once you kick them demons off, you gonna see those prostitutes for what they really are. Something you shouldn't go inside. I can't stop smoking these drugs. You got demons on you. Something telling you to smoke that drug, just like something telling you to smoke them cigarettes, man. I know about it. Demons. That's what's going on. That's the same thing that told ATHALIA to kill them boys. Same demon who was in that brother in the cemetery when he was cutting his skin, living in the tombs, was the same demon, was the same ones that was in there telling ATHALIA to kill them boys. But that's what the demons require, death. And you the target. You the target.
Right.
Read it again.
There's the book of 2 John chapter 1 and verse 6. I think this is the one you want to, sir. And this
Go to
is
the other one. I have to go to the one where it said, and this is love that we read that one. Let's go to the other one.
Okay,
Let's move it around a little bit.
This is the book of 2 John chapter 1 and verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
That's right. And this is love. If you think love is, you see something nice and fine, and they talking to you all nice, and then you get this little giddy feeling, that's infatuation.
Right.
That ain't love.
Right.
Infatuated. You like the qualities of what the physical appearance of the person you're talking to. That ain't love. That ain't love.
Right.
Love is keeping God's commandments. Why? Because if I really loved you, I'm gonna tell you stop eating that pork. Because that pork is gonna kill you, damage your body. That pork with something that we were never supposed to eat is gonna do something to you that I don't want seen done to you.
Right.
That's shrimp, crab, and lobster, the same thing. Tuna. Stop eating that goddamn tuna, man. Follow God's laws. Then you're gonna be healthy. If you ain't look, go, huh?
I said right, sir.
Okay. Go. If you that God got some. It's a lamb. Oh my God! You mean to tell me? Oh, you rather eat some pork rather than lamb? Get out of here. Please, somebody shut the door in this class. It's ridiculous. You rather eat a disgusting. Listen, I'm up here watching YouTube video, right? It's a sister and her mother, and they be trapping pigs, right? They be pigs and all. And the pig is grunting and it's just looking this. They get in this. They get trapped, put food or whatever in there and trap it, and then she come over there and kill the pig, and then they drag the pig up, weigh the pig, and you can see the pig. I see cutting in the hoof of the pig to try to put the hooks on it, to hang the pig up and all. I'm like this. I'm like, God damn. An animal that disgusting, you looking at it like it's gonna feed you for for a good little while. You ain't gotta go in that grocery store, huh? That's foul, man.
Right.
God said not to do it. Leviticus
Right.
11:7. You understand? All right, give me some more. Where we at?
We
we got a question?
No question, sir.
All right, y'all got a question? Come on, man. Ain't no class if you ain't asking no questions. We started a little late, so I know some of y'all thought we wasn't gonna come on, or we, or came on a little late. So you still got it. We can talk. We got a little period to talk. Go ahead.
Kawaka.
I can't see you. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 John chapter 1 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
I'll tell you something. If brothers dwell together, brothers got to dwell together. Boy, you showing me something, boy. You get black men in the house together and it's peaceful. Black men can't even walk down the street past one another and it's peaceful. You get them in that house, if your brothers dwell together, you got something. Yahweh is saying, it's a beautiful thing when that happens. That shows you that God's laws are love.
Right.
That dwell together. It says, about, I know you're looking for it. The brethren dwell together. Brothers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Black men. We look at each other night and day. It's like we got some kind of witchcraft over us, man, as black men, man. We walk down the street and we mean mugging and hating and looking back at the other man, see if he got more than us or whatever. And it be your brother.
We got a question online, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shalom, Lord of Christ, out of one. Can I get a breakdown on
Psalms 133.
Can I get a breakdown on Job chapter 12, verses 6 through 10?
Okay, let's get it.
Kawkan.
Hold up, yeah, and hold Psalms 133.
Kawkan. This is the book of Job, chapter 12, and verse 6. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that provoke God are secure, into whose hand God bring abundantly.
Okay, what is that? What I mean, Abide, you want to take it? The houses, tabernacles are house. The houses of robbers prosper. How? The robbers, right? And for a minute, look like they're living good, right? They prosper because why?
The nation is not keeping the law.
Yes, now I'm gonna take that. We're not in our proper seat as judging these nations, man. Who you think gonna be? Who you think gonna be have judgment outside of blasphemous Spanish? Who? All them other nations care about robbing and taking for themselves. They don't care about nothing but their own, you know. I talked to a black and Hispanic person. They talking about the other nation. I'm like, God dang, we in hell. You telling me about another nation? Somebody way over there? That's how much we, you know, I mean, damn near like you care for somebody else outside of yourself when you should be caring for yourself right now, your nation. Until they get up, then you can care about everybody else. You
Right.
understand? But they prosper. All these nations have prospered because we have went into captivity. So now, if our nation would have been sitting in its rightful place, there would be no Islam.
Right.
There would be no Christianity. There would be no Egyptology.
Right.
When Christ's kingdom, what did Christ say? When this kingdom come, what? All these nations got to fold. You ain't worshiping no other gods. That's a given. And they read up the tabernacles, the houses of robbers prosper. For a time. Go ahead.
And they that provoke God are secure.
Oh, yeah, they are. Right now they are. They ain't secure no more. But it was a time when they provoking the Lord, they teaching the things they teaching, and it was quiet. And they had everything underneath their little finger. Now everybody's starting to see. Everybody's starting to wake up. You know what I mean? They see this man for who he is and the lies he's telling. You know what I mean? While we going through what we going through. You understand?
Right.
Read on. That's it.
He wanted to verse 10,
Go ahead.
6 through 10. In whose hand God bring forth abundantly.
God said the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Why? We went on. Teach you a valuable lesson to make you, if you never got punished for the things you've done, you wouldn't be able to see the lesson you're supposed to see. Imagine you got kids that never got punished for the things that they stealing, smoking, whatever, fighting,
Right.
this and that. Imagine what they would grow up to be, man. How would they be? They'd be terrible kids. The Lord knows that. The Lord's wisdom is way above ours, man. But I can see how being in this condition is going to make us look for the Lord for our way out. Because it's hard, man.
Right.
It's hard. You're dealing with people that's evil. The damn near your woman turning her back. The kids are gone in another nation. You know what I mean? Hating one another. It's pure hell out here. This is hell. You in hell right now. You understand?
Right.
So yeah. Go ahead, read on some more.
But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee.
So even the beast is going to show you who the enemy is. The beast is going to cry out. The beast is crying out because you ain't in charge. You hear that? Ask the damn beast. You got a problem with knowing who the devil is? Ask the damn beast. Ask them damn fish that died and swam. It was up on the, how many was it say it was? Oh, some kind of ridiculous number of fish. Just swam up on the, just was on the ocean, just died up on the ocean. Dolphins. I mean, ask the people, you know, ask the animals that, I mean, the Lord is trying to show you something. That if you wouldn't that if you could look at it and see that these animals are going to show, hey man, I'm in captivity. Look, they got me in cages. I ain't got no land to roam on. They taking all my land. I ain't got no food to eat, you know what I mean? These devils killed so many damn buffalo to try to starve the Indians out. They starved the animals out too.
Right.
Read on.
And the fowls of the air, and they shall
Ask the birds. Huh?
and they
Read it
shall
again.
and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee.
The fowls of the air. What's happening to the birds? Birds attacking people, man. Birds is like, you know, y'all, the birds got enough sense to say, let me get some get back for what y'all doing to my family. Only people ain't got no sense to try to think like that is blacks and Hispanics. Everything else, if you oppress it long enough, it'll fight back.
Right.
It'll fight back. It'll be like, I'm, the Lord ain't create me for nothing.
Right.
But we the ones that don't fight back. Read on.
Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee.
Even the earth. Now, let me ask you this. How is the earth going to teach you? It ain't going to produce the crops.
Right.
It's going to be, look, half the earth is under concrete.
Right.
If you lift up this concrete, there's dirt under there. People can grow vegetate. People can grow crops to live.
Right.
Ask the earth. Earth going to show you. Inquire of why we don't have, when they talking about something, we don't have enough food to feed the people. Man, come on, man. God created a containing creation on this earth.
Right.
It contains itself. It grows vegetation. All you gotta do is have the understanding of how things grow. But this man gets the understanding of how things grow, and he tries to manipulate it and play God.
Right.
He tries to play. He tries to be the one to grow your vegetation. He tries to be the one to create, I don't know, different breeds of fish or whatever. Go down in the water and see what he can see for not I heard AI. What did they say? Something about AI. Something AI was doing. Oh man. Oh man. It was something. Man, I can't. I'm gonna kick myself out of this class because I'm gonna remember. But something they said AI was doing recently. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? They created this was his intention all along. It ain't taking a job. We know they taking a job. It was something else. Oh man, I gotta go ahead. Go ahead.
And the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee.
You going?
Kabukan.
Did we get his point yet? Or
We got two
not
more
there?
verses, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 9. Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of the Lord hath wrought this?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of what wrought means worked? I mean, God have done this. What does that mean? Abaya, come on.
Kabukan.
Question's on you, brother.
That the Lord has a hand in all this. Like this is a judgment.
Huh? Give me more. Go ahead.
The Lord, by us not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord's allowing this evil to occur.
The Lord created this evil. He's working this evil.
Kabukan.
This evil can't prosper without the Lord. Give me where it said, I kill, I make alive.
Kabukan.
I think it's first, is it Isaiah 1 and 3 or something like that? Let me look it up.
Is it Deuteronomy 32 and 39, sir?
No, it's not that one. It might, let me hear what that says.
Kabukan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill.
Stop. Hold on, brother. Slow down. There is no God with me. There ain't no God with the Most High. The Lord said you should be able to understand that by the things that's happening on this earth. That God ain't no gods with me. I don't need no help from Allah or no Egyptian gods or whatever the hell you want to call them. Read on.
I kill and I make alive.
Oh, God say, wait. Master of the Spain's got to understand this. What did God say just then? Read it again.
I kill.
God said what?
I kill.
God kills. Nobody on this earth kills but the Lord. The Lord kills anything. Anything that dies is from the Lord.
Right.
I can't put it to you any plainer. The Lord wanted it.
Right.
And it happened. He made it happen. I kill. No God beside me. What other God you say killed? Huh? You would say the boy down the street killed that other boy? Where is he at? Is he sitting beside me? Huh? No. God said, I killed. Now you got to say, how the hell did God do that? That should be your next question. And then we'll go talk about these demons and we'll talk about the different things you don't see. But God said, I kill. Read.
And I make alive.
And I make alive. Oh, I'm the one that laid down with the woman and put my seed in her. God said, I make alive. One thing that everything living on this earth got in common, and that God made us all alive.
Right.
Read.
I wound and I heal.
God said He wounds. If you got a wound, if you done broke your knee or your ankle, or you God did it. You should look at yourself and say, what have I done that's evil that God is putting this hurt on me? God did it. He said, I wound. And this is spiritual now. If you want to be carnal and say, oh, I just fell down the steps. Of course you fell down the steps. You think I'm an idiot?
Right.
God said, I wound. Read on.
And I heal.
And I heal. God healed you from your wounds. He should get the praise. God did it. He didn't have to do it.
Right.
He could have left you, desolate and destroyed and hurting. You know what I'm saying? But out of His mercy, His kindness, He healed you from that wound. And what? You didn't even acknowledge it. You know what? I tell you how bad we are today. We think it automatically supposed to happen when we have a. That's what do you call that? Not arrogance. That is kind of arrogance, but it's I can't think of the word for it. It's like when something's supposed to happen because you think it's supposed to happen. That's the way things go. You're very carnal. Where's the one where he said Isaiah? I think he said pretty much the same thing. But let's go ahead. Where was we at before? Back to the brother's question.
Kalkan, Job, Slucky. We at Job 12 and 9.
Go ahead.
Job 12 and 10 now. Last verse that you wanted. Job 12 and 10. In whose hand is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all mankind?
Oh, that's real easy. Every living thing I can't do. I don't control when you die. No man on the earth controls when another man dies. Only the Lord.
Right.
The Lord controls that. He said, and who in any, remember he said in another scripture, a bird that falls out of the tree can't fall out of the tree unless I give the sanction for it. I got to okay it for it to happen.
Right.
Nothing happens without me giving the okay. Nobody going behind my back doing anything that ain't supposed to be ran. Everything's going to be brought before me. And I make the final judgment.
Right.
So that's what it is. Who else we got? We got any more? Who else we had before? We was on
unit Psalms 133. That's you want me
to you Psalms 133. I'm glad you there. I'd have forget it. You know how many scriptures I looked at in the class? I'm like, oh man, I forgot to pull that scripture. Oh man, I even asked brothers to hold the scripture for me, and both of us forgot it. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Psalms, the 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Look at that, in unity. Look at that. That means in unity? That means everybody can't be. What does that mean? In order to dwell in unity, what you got to have? What you got to have?
Gotta be on
something that's the dead, huh?
Gotta be on the same accord, same mind.
Yeah, but you got to have something. Okay, it should. Okay, I have to give it to you for time's sake. You're going to have rank.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Because if everybody's on the same level, everybody's thoughts, whenever they think it, they're gonna do whatever they want. And that ain't gonna have brothers dwelling together in unity. Imagine the Lord understands rank because he lives amongst it in heaven.
Right.
So he knows some angels have to make a report and bring what scrutinize whatever. Remember in Revelations, he talked about the angels having to come and to go to Christ and report on the churches that they were covering. The Lord understands that. That's why he said the man is the head of the woman.
Right.
Didn't he say that?
Come
That's
on.
because he understands rank. And you want to answer for that household, brother. You won't have to answer for it. So you better put that out. If the Lord got to step in and check your wife, Lord have mercy. Oh, that don't ever happen. That don't happen. But it gets to the point where the Lord has to step in and check somebody. It's not going to be a pretty thing.
Right.
Okay, you know what I mean? Because you remember the Lord had to remember what's the brother's name with the kids? They was the priests. Remember they would in the temple, and the father was so what's his name? He was weak. That was when what's the brother's name? Hannah had gave her son to the temple. I don't know. You might not remember. You might not understand what I'm talking about. Hannah gave her son. Remember, she prayed to the Lord because she was married. Lord gave her a son. She said, "If you give me a son, I'm gonna give him to you, Lord."
Oh, come.
Yeah. So now, remember them brothers that was in the temple when he got there? They didn't care for the things of the Lord. You know what I mean? And the father, what happened? The father let it go. So the Lord had to step in to check them boys.
Right.
The father he letting it slide. Those my boys. I mean, he had the strength to check them boys. They was doing all kind of evil. So what I'm trying to say is, the Lord step in, man. That making you look, he gonna check you and them. Evidently, you ain't getting the picture either. Go ahead. Where we at? I'm going too far.
Come. This book of Psalms, chapter 133 and verse 2. It is like the precious ointment upon the head. That red.
You see what the Lord said? When brothers can dwell together in harmony. Yo, man, you got that. Man, nah, man. Go ahead, man. Nah, man, I insist you have it. Oh, man, you thinking about your brother. You thinking about your brother. And then y'all get along in harmony, man. Because there's no ought between you. Y'all get along. Y'all able to dwell together. And it's a beautiful thing. He says like the precious ointment. What?
It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the
Oh my
skirts.
goodness. Y'all done look at that beard, man. Like when Aaron got anointed, how that oil ran down his face, down his beard, man. It must have been a beautiful thing to see Aaron, the high priest, get anointed, man. You know what I mean? That's a wonderful thing. The Lord said, brothers dwelling together, being able to live together, is just like that. How wonderful that is, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the Lord said, you ain't gonna be able to do it without my commandments. You ain't gonna be able to do it without my commandments.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead. And also, remember when when Moses came down and the people was sacrificing to that idol. That idol, once again. And Moses made the declaration, who's with the Lord, you come on this side with me.
Right.
And stand with me. And the Levites, majority of the Levites came over there. And they took out the sheep, they took their sword out. Lord Moses said, take your sword out and slay those that oppose the Lord. And they went amongst the people and started killing the people.
Right.
That's in the scriptures.
Come.
You understand? All right. Go ahead. Where we at?
We're at verse 3, sir. Come. Verse 3. Psalms 133 and verse 3. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion.
Oh, man.
For there the Lord commanded the blessing, even life forevermore.
Man. The Lord is, he's trying to say, the Lord is trying to say, brethren, come together to defeat the odds of this world, man. All this, what you call that, stuff they putting on the TV and on the internet and all in the movies and everywhere you go. Ain't a chance for you to come together. Ain't a chance. Well, how beautiful it is. You know what I mean? And we done that up in the U.P.K, man. Brothers that live together. I mean, we got our faults. You know, we come, especially coming out of the world, you're going to have things that you're going to have issues you're going to have to deal with. Yeah, deal with them so you can come together with your brother.
Right.
You understand? Any other questions?
No other questions, sir.
All right. So we're going to have to end it right there. I think the brothers got the podcast in a little bit. So with that being said, I'm going to give the brothers a courtesy salute. Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham. And we're going to also salute the sisters. Barak, Yahweh Shema, Barakathan, Hashem Yahushua. Y'all have a time? All right, class dismissed.
Come.